Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I want to start off today by saying that when I make videos like this, they're naturally controversial because people will comment and say, that's not true. I don't think that. And so when you make a title of a video that talks about a certain progression of players, for example, you know that some players are going to disagree, and that is important and obvious. But in general, we have to acknowledge something pretty crazy, which is that since November, and it's now February, so we're talking about December, January, and now February, so going on 3 months, which is 1/4 of a year, Paragon players who have refused to either spend the money or the time or the resources or all the above to explore Necropolis, which is a huge undertaking. And I get that there are some people out there who've said, Prof, you only say that because you suck at the game. You're a noob. If you were like me and you average 30 revives per path, which I cannot imagine a world in which that is possible. Not for me. Then exploring Necropolis is cake. Well, how about the people who still can't pull Aegon even though they've opened every crystal seemingly that they can open targeting the skill class? Well, get good, I guess, but again, I think that has more to do with if you have Aegon and if you have the ability to take him to rank 5, Sig 200, and especially to rank 6, aka Ascension, than anything else. The Paragon players are stuck. And Kabam's motivation is to come out with the Summer of Pain 2.0 in the winter, because it's coming out this week. But the biggest problem with that is that they're punishing Paragon players for not becoming Valiant because you're holding the best resources, which is most of the 7-star 6 stones for the first time ever, toward a paywall. And so in that way, you're punishing those players. Now, the theory was that 8.4 would be right around the corner, and then that would contain a rank 2 to rank 3 7-star rank up gem crystal in terms of exploration. And that would be the second rank 3 7-star, assuming you did at least one completed path of Necropolis to get the other rank 2 to rank 3 7-star rank up gem crystal. I still think that's a good theory, but we don't know when 8.4 is going to arrive. I thought it might arrive this month, but clearly that's not the case. Wrong about that. So I've heard from Paragon players that say, Prof, I hate being stuck, and I just feel the need to voice displeasure in the form of not spending as much in the game, or even some players saying, this is a sign that because I cannot compete for the most milestones in the new Summer of Pain, along with some other gripes, I'm just not going to play the game anymore. There is allegedly a Paragon exodus to a certain extent. I'm not saying a mass exodus to the point that everybody's leaving, because that's crazy. But when you have a large group of your loyal player base behind essentially a paywall, a very expensive paywall, where tier 4 alpha catalyst fragments are only given mainly to Valiant players, there's only so much you can do. Because so much else in this game, as I get off of this crystal, is not at all this. The Valiant Team Bundle gives you a 10% of a tier 4 alpha, which is nothing at all, and some 7-star shards. And that's cool. You know? That's fun. That's awesome. But at the same time, it is not worth it at all to stare at it and think, I can't wait to get there someday. I can't wait to give Kabam my hard-earned money that they can't let me give him right now. And look at all the things that have been outdated. The Paragon Daily Special started out amazing. And yes, I love the level 3 revive, especially on Sundays. But I wouldn't spend $5 on this now. This could be 2 6-star crystals. And I'd still think, I don't know. I don't know. And then, of course, it just gets even worse as you look at the Thronebreaker Daily Special and the Cavalier Daily Special and the Grandmaster Daily Special. So, if you know that a player base just needs Tier 4 Alpha, because they can get everything else. They can get Tier 6 Basic and Tier 3 Alpha and even Tier 6 Class Catalyst Fragments. If they can't get this, what do? Well, right now, you tell Paragon players, hey, it's not our fault. Get good. But in reality, that's a really dangerous message. And so my heart goes out to Paragon players because you are essentially being held hostage by Kabam not wanting to get too many players Valiant outside of Necropolis. And it might work, but I'm already hearing from players that thought this would be the month, February, that they would actually be able to do Valiant without it. And I know there are going to be comments again of people saying, just explore Necropolis. But to so many people, that's just not feasible. And I don't want to sit here in the platform that I have on this channel and this community and try to make it sound like that's easy. So it was not easy at all for me. And I had over 50,000, actually I had over 60,000 units when I started that. There's a reason why I had only 51,000 units. There's also a reason why I've got 0 level 3 revives. Necropolis took all of them and then some. Same with all my other revives. And the fact that this 5% tier 6 class catalyst fragment crystal is not even a selector. Like, come on, what's the deal with that? So, I hurt for Paragon players. I get the frustration. I am sorry that you all are just waiting for anything besides Necropolis to get that second rank 3 7-star. I don't know when it's going to happen, but once it does, we'll all be able to sigh a huge sigh of relief. But until then, we'll just be waiting on it.